I'm a fan of video games, but I wouldn't go as far as to say I'm a mega fan who spends every waking second staying caught up on all things related to them. In fact, I only like a handful of games, and often find myself unable to stay in a conversation when the topic shifts to them, mostly because people just start talking about games I've never played or even heard about. So I would say I'm rather behind on video games, but I definitely have my favorites. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. Now, I'm not going to talk about every single game I've played, and I'm not going to go too much into depth either because that'd make for too long of a video. And I'm lazy. Starting off, I was 5 years old when my cousins introduced me to LEGO Star Wars 2 for the PlayStation 2, and since my cousins were bigger than me, I didn't get to play much. So I mostly just watched them play. But 2 years later, I got my own PS2 with my own copy of LEGO Star Wars 2. And I spent all of my days utterly glued to my TV screen, playing through everything over and over to get them precious collectibles and studs. I was determined to have every single character. Ah, my prized possession, Ghost Yoda. And you best believe I went utterly insane when I woke up on Christmas morning of the following year to a copy of LEGO Star Wars 1. Holy crap, this is a thing? I thought they only made the second one. So same story with this one too, utterly glued until one day I put it down and moved on. And what did I move on to? My favorite and most cherished game franchise, Jak and Daxter. I freaking love Jak and Daxter. All 3 games, all of them. There were only 3. And that one racing game spinoff I never played, but I watched the cutscenes and that story sounds good. Now, I could go on and on about Jak and Daxter, probably for hours, but that would be way too much to talk about, let alone animate, and once again, I'm lazy. So, go watch some YouTube videos about it, or go play the games yourself. You'll thank me later. Fun fact, there's actually a team working on porting the first game to PC, which is great to hear, because as far as Naughty Dog goes, there doesn't seem to be too much of a future for the iconic duo, and occasionally I like to think about what they could do with a 4th game. But as for right now, a 4th game is only a dream, so it really warms my heart to see a team of people port one of my favorite childhood games to PC, where it can be enjoyed forever. Also, Jak 2 was the hardest game I've ever played. It was the first game I ever raged at. Why is Core so hard to beat? I can't do this. Y'all ever have games that you play until you get to a really hard part, and then you just put it down for a year and then come back and beat the part in just a couple tries? Yeah, that was Jak 2 and 3 for me. I know Jak 3 was a bit more forgiving, but I was a little kid, and also I'm bad at video games. Anyways, before we're here for another 17 billion hours, I'ma move on. I love TF2 and basically all things Valve. Half-Life, Portal, all of it. It's definitely one of my favorite games. I have like 650 hours on TF2, and I also have like a bunch of cool items. So, you know what that means, right? I'm pretty good at TF2. And I could go on and on about it for hours, but instead of doing that,
Victory.
Alright, now that that's done, I can move on. Now in the 7th grade, I got a bit of an upgrade. I got a PS4. That's right, baby, skip the PS3, went straight to the PS4, and with it, my very own copy of Grand Theft Auto 5. And I played it to death. I had a lot of fun beating the game and terrorizing the city of Los Santos. Now, I haven't really revisited the story too much, but I thought the story was great, and I really loved the relationship between Franklin and Michael. And my favorite aspect of GTA 5 was the flying. I loved hopping in a jet and just zooming around the map. Unfortunately, there's no footage of me being a god at flying because I don't want to buy GTA 5 and play it on PC. I no longer have a PS4, guys. Now going forward. Back when I was in the 9th grade, a game was picking up in popularity, and that game was Fortnite, Battle Royale. I used to play the heck out of it, and it was an online game you could play without PS Plus, so I was like, heck yeah, sign me up. I picked it up back in Season 3, you know, the first Season 3, and played it up until Season 7. So yeah, I was a Fortniter. That's right. And you know what, it will always have a spot in my heart. Will I ever hop back into it? Probably not. Man, this is a pretty fast-paced script, and dang, I'm really not given a whole lot about these video games, huh? You know what, my video, my rules, y'all can just look into these games yourselves. Now, in the middle of 10th grade, I received my very own Xbox One, and what was my most game played on it? Rainbow Six Siege. I spent an unholy amount of time playing this game with my friends, and at first it was great. My two mains were Frost and Fuse. I had both of their elite uniforms, and I would say I was pretty decent. I got up to Gold 1 in Ranked, and oh, yeah, Ranked. Ranked was the thing that ruined Siege for me. Because when I play video games, I don't really like to take them seriously. When I do that, I get mad. I like to have fun and mess around, and my whole friend group at the time was big into playing Ranked. So I was kind of stuck. Either I would have to play Ranked and have it dictate what my mood was going to be for the rest of the day, or just don't play at all. And for the 46 recorded days Xbox says I have on it, I had a lot of fun in Rainbow Six Siege. Except for when I didn't.
Remaining. You have located a bomb. Drone has located a bomb. 10 seconds. 5 seconds.
As my friend would say, time to make a new.
Alright, welcome to the end of the video, y'all. This was quite an amalgamation of video games all thrown into one video, I would say. But they're all games that I love, and or loved at one point have fallen off of. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I did put a lot of time. This first time I ever recorded game footage and put it in a video. So I hope y'all enjoyed the game footage. And about the Siege thing, I know I could have played by myself, but no. Anyway, that's the video. I know I could have explained these video games a lot more, like, you know, other videos do. Alright, anyway, I gotta go. Bye.